Before the MCU became the juggernaut it is today, a few iconic ladies helped pave the way for the franchise. In this bonus episode, we're ranking our favorite OG MCU women, hearing Sam and Andrew's contenders for employee picks, and deciding which Marvel characters from the 2000s deserve their own solo movies. Get ready for a nostalgic superhero showdown. Welcome to the No More Late Fees podcast. I'm Danielle.
And I'm Jackie. And in this bonus episode, we're giving props to the OG women of Marvel of the early 2000s with returning guests Sam and Andrew. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, man. I am bracing myself for double trouble right here.
We're starting off strong, too.
Why would you think such a thing?
Because there's been a reason the two of you have been separated these last few seasons.
I mean, that feels
I don't
like a thing that should not happen.
I don't see why we would be separated.
I looked at the list and I'm like, Danielle, I am so fucking excited for Andrew and Sam to be on the same episode.
I swear, Sam, the candle that Jackie burns for you is strong. She's like, I miss Sam.
I miss him.
And now you.
I mean, we have to recreate that 13 Ghosts energy.
Oh man. Yes.
Something I strive for every episode.
It's a beautiful
And
time.
meanwhile, Andrew's just that jerk who made us watch Kung Pao that time. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's not true. We love you. You're lucky you're back after that movie.
I mean, I had to only lock my kids in the cabinet somewhere. Yeah.
We brought you back for Spice World.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. I enjoyed Spice World.
We spiced up your life.
Yeah.
Well, it's my world.
You're building credibility back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, what's new with you? Because Sam, I thought you took a pause on the podcast, but I see it's back up and running. What's going on?
Yes, 4 Minutes 2 is back on the scene. By the time this episode dropped, I would have dropped a new episode on Invincible. There was last year was kind of life. If you have looked outside and life has been lifing, and I have been rolling with it. But I'm back. I'm better than ever. And come get your comic book news and reviews.
And Andrew, you started a new series. Tell us about your historical views.
Yeah. I basically got tired of reading the news and stressing over where the world is going. And it's February as we record this. So I figured, it's Black History Month. And we just recently learned that we're not allowed to learn about Black History Month. So I thought maybe I would write something and do something about it. So yeah, as this stands, if you probably go to the website rapturepress.com, you'll see me giving you 1-minute tidbits about Black history. Because Black history is American history. American history is the history of everyone, which is what I call it. And then maybe next month I'll move forward to find some other group, some other heritage month to highlight in American history. But kind of feels like something I could do.
I love it.
What's it called again?
I basically have called it American history is the history of everyone. Because, America is made up from everybody. It wasn't just one group of people who kind of made the country what it was.
Side note, Andrew, I looked, and when I was looking at Instagram, why is the acronym called a hit ho?
Look, I came up with an idea for a good title, and acronyms sometimes fall where they are. So if American history is the history of everyone, acronyms out to a hit ho.
A hit ho is gonna holla.
maybe we just gotta know America's a bit of a hit ho right now, and we got to learn about it. Acronyms just happen to us sometimes. I don't know. I really tried to figure out an alternate title. It didn't happen.
The marketing for real on that one.
So. I think I might have to, but at the very least, I checked, and the URL is not taken, so I hit ho is where we go.
No,
Yeah.
So we have a game. We are going to rank the women of the OG MCU. So the time frame, I'm going to say from our time frame, 1995. Maybe we'll extend it out to 2007. I don't know what movies came out around that time in the MCU. And we're each going to pick 3 of our favorite OG women from the MCU at that time. And they don't have to be superheroes per se, aka Mary Jane can count from Spider-Man, even though she did the most. But yeah, so I'll give you guys some time to pick your top 3. For me, it's pretty hard.
Okay. I have one that I'm going to start off with, and it's Ursula Dikovic. Okay, no one knows that. Ursula was from Spider-Man 3. She was the landlord's daughter. She took care of Peter, and she brought him
Oh,
cookies and cake.
God.
Was she the
Okay.
greatest looking girl? No. But did she care about Peter? Truthfully and honestly, yes. She didn't know he was Spider-Man. She just knew he was a broke dude living in her dad's apartment, and he tolerated the fact that he still didn't fix that damn door. Ursula was a gem.
Andrew with the deep dives here.
For real.
Oh, I got 3.
Go for it.
Anna Paquin as Rogue in
Fuck off.
X-Men.
Sorry.
No, that was what? Whoa. That just was.
I'm so sorry. There is a little demon inside that really, the X-Men series is a sore subject for me. I apologize, Sam. I love you so much. Continue.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm afraid to say the next one. Halle Berry's Storm. It looked like you're biting your lip to say something. And lastly, Jessica Alba's Sue Storm.
I understand that it's hard to pick the best of the trash that's existing in this time frame.
You see my point. You see my point.
But you did horribly.
Oh my God.
Who's next?
I'm still thinking.
Okay. I got a second one then.
Okay.
Gwen Stacy, Bryce Dallas Howard, also Spider-Man 3. She was good. I liked her.
She looked
Would
very
have
Gwen
been good.
Stacy.
She was very Gwen Stacy, not normally a blonde, usually a redhead. Fit the role really well. Enjoyable performance. Put in a nice dynamic between Mary Jane and Peter and all that.
I just don't know why they kept trying to make Bryce Dallas Howard a thing, because
I mean, isn't she? She's Jurassic Park now.
oh please,
Jurassic
they're
Park.
making a
It's
new
not
Jurassic Park. She's
great.
gone.
I mean, so is Chris Pratt. I mean, they're all gone, I think.
Oh, cool. I can watch that.
Trash too.
Let's see. I gotta think of
Okay.
another one. Let's see.
So why Anna Paquin and Halle Berry hate for X-Men stuff?
It's not them. It's the fact that they just messed up the Rogue is one of my favorite X-Men, so is Storm. And it's just like, first of all, bitch, why can't you have a consistent accent for both of them? Why?
She tried.
And they
Was it
made
natural?
and they made Rogue so fucking weak, a weak ass crying bitch. That's not Rogue. I don't know why they picked, like, I don't even want to talk. And then you put him with Bobby Iceman, one of the original OG X-Men. They're not the age range. What the fuck?
I mean, they didn't have Gambit. They had to just pick someone. You know?
They
Well,
didn't
they
have
should
Gambit,
have had Gambit.
and at the time there's also like some stuff that they were dating in the Ultimate Universe. There's what I love about the X-Men is just this one big incestuous friendship, found family group. So technically speaking, everyone hooked up with everybody at least once.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Bobby's gay now, I think, in the comic books.
Bobby is gay.
But
Yes.
that doesn't matter. Because I'm like, what is this? But you know what? I'm gonna save all of that hate for when we do X-Men this year, later on this year. I'm so excited.
And I have my third now. My third is Kerry Washington from the Fantastic Four as
Oh,
Alicia
that's a good
Masters.
one.
Yes,
That's
that is a good one.
Excellent.
Okay, Andrew,
Small role,
say.
but everybody liked her.
I have
All right, you go
a very
ahead.
deep dive list. First up, Abigail Whistler from Blade Trinity.
Okay.
Then I have Betty Brant from the the Spider-Man trilogy.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Good one.
And then I have Jubilee because she was only in a pit for 2 seconds in X-Men and she deserved more time.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts so much. How they tried to make Rogue some sort of amalgamation of Jubilee and something else. Like her character that she's playing in those X-Men movies was essentially Jubilee. Like especially the relationship between her and Logan. But again, we'll save that for later. Anywho, my list is Dr. Karen Jensen from Blade and Boucher doesn't get enough credit. She was kick-ass, smart. He barely ever had to save her, and the fact that they didn't bring her back in the second movie was just like whitewashing. It made me so angry. But badass. Number 2, Lady Deathstroke. Now I know they fucked up her character. I know they did. I get that. But I still liked her. And then lastly, my dear goddess Elektra. And those are my 3.
I didn't know we could pick Elektra. Oh,
I didn't know we could pick Elektra. I picked Elektra.
I mean, I don't. There was no rule against not picking
you're
Elektra.
fair. It's fair.
Great
I
list,
assumed.
guys.
Yeah.
Great
Mhm.
list.
A lot of
Very
deep
hard to
dives.
do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
now we
old. I barely
have
remember these.
a question for everyone. Which Marvel characters from the 2000s deserved their own solo movie?
And this is not based on the like comic books. I mean, not based on the movies itself, but you just feel like when they were picking, how did they miss this character? Or why did they just give this person a solo? Like, how did Elektra get a solo instead of X, Y, and Z? That kind of thought process.
I have a very biased answer because I don't know the comic book, so I can only go based on movies.
Mm-hmm.
And my love for Hannibal King runs real, real deep.
You mean your love for Ryan Reynolds?
Yes, in that body as Hannibal King.
I feel like Hannibal King was one of the better characters that he had to play in all the comic book roles that he fucked up and said it was other people's fault. Just saying.
I do love him as Deadpool. Yeah.
I
Kinda
think
stumped me on that one.
this is an easy one for me, and it's Storm, baby, and I want that in the old MCU and the new MCU. I just feel like, did I hate Halle Berry as Storm? Yes, because we could have had Angela Bassett. At the time, I was very furious about
Is that canon? Was that a thing that she
Yeah,
lost?
that was
She
I mean, that was
lost?
going around for a long time. Yeah.
Angela Bassett lost to Halle Berry? Are you serious?
Yeah,
I don't know
I think
what
that was
happened there,
a
but when
thing
we do our
then.
episode, we'll definitely talk about that.
Yeah.
But I feel like if they had really good writing, Halle could have done a good job as a soul. Like she's such a badass Omega level character. I don't know why we haven't gotten a really decent Storm in the MCU and a solo movie at that. Okay, Sam, what about you?
A solo Magneto movie.
God damn it, I was going to say that.
Yes.
That's the one I couldn't remember.
Sir Ian McKellen, like just show us the whole thing, give us the whole story. His goes from like they did it in X-Men First Class, but I want another version, basically where they were just where him and Charles meet up and they're growing and then they grow their own factions and him doing the stuff like, and it ended up being Sir Ian McKellen doing the whole thing because he's Magneto to me. He's always going to be Magneto to me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the charisma, the charm, the coolness with the powers, I would have gone for a solo.
Yes.
But yeah, that's it. I got nothing. He said my answer.
Andrew,
You
please
said
pick
you
a
said
damn
Storm.
movie,
You
a
said
damn
Storm, and it
character.
reminded me. I was thinking of Magneto. And I was going to say Magneto, and then he said it. And he just stole it from me, and now it's gone. I don't nothing. I don't
We
know.
could, you know what I would have loved? Like, we got the Legion TV show. I would have loved to have a Legion movie with like Professor Xavier in it because his character is so interesting and different, how his powers come about, or even Reed Richards' kid.
Franklin?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
You know what I would have liked then? Fine. I would have liked a proper Generation X, either TV show or movie.
Yes,
If they made
yes.
that TV movie with all the young X-Men in training,
Like
Mhm.
that.
that I would have liked.
Because then they could have done random cameos of the original, like the X-Men coming in, and nobody has to be committed to being there all the time. Kind of like how Samuel L. Jackson made that cameo in
Shield.
Agents of Shield, which
That was like
I
episode 1, right?
Yeah.
he it was the
Yeah.
end, the season finale. He made an appearance.
I think he popped up in one too, but yeah,
Yeah.
he did a
Yeah,
few.
yeah. That's what I love about him. He's not like I'm too good to do anything, you know? He's about that check and doing what he's got to do.
It was a deal with him. He signed over his rights to be Nick Fury in the Ultimate Comics, and he was just like, "You got it, but you have to make me the character when it ever
Well,
comes
that's
live action." And he was just
because
like, "I'm never gonna stop."
they drew him and then they were like trying to pretend like it wasn't him. And he was like, I read these comic books, bitch, and that's me. So now that you've put me in there, you've got to guarantee that I'm in these movies now. And I love a black man in a check. I'll say that every episode. All right. Now it's time to put Andrew and Sam in the hot seat for their employee picks. So you guys have to pick three movies. It doesn't have to be in our time frame that you would recommend if you were a Blockbuster employee,
Okay.
which Andrew,
I was.
you were.
So, yeah, it's okay. I did work there. So my three would be probably No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence. Saw that a little while ago, and it's just ridiculously funny. He goes way over the top, including literally having a naked fight scene, which is just ridiculous. But I like that she commits because she's just so committed to being ridiculous. So that one's a lot of fun. Probably, if I have to pick an old one, My Date with the President's Daughter. That's Will
Classic.
Friedle, who I don't know. I just like the guy a lot. He feels like he should have been a bigger star had he not gotten crippling anxiety in his 20s and then had to shift to voice acting. Like he was a
Mm,
good looking guy. He had good hair, good looking, good comedic timing, and just, never quite blew up as big as he probably could have.
yeah.
And I think last, I was gonna say either The Parent Trap or Moana 2. I
Parent Trap sounds right.
feel like I'm gonna say The Parent Trap because not only has Lindsay Lohan somehow found a way to make her face look like she was still in The Parent Trap again now, she was able to fool a nation of us before the internet into believing that she had a twin sister. So, you know, Parent Trap
That's
is good to go.
good acting. Good acting.
Hmm. Hmm.
Sam?
So, A Knight's Tale.
Mm.
I was a huge fan of Heath Ledger. R.I.P. Lucky Number 11. I'm still a huge fan of Josh Hartnett. And then Easy A.
Oh, that's a good one.
I just think Emma Stone is hilarious.
Ah, good choices. Love it.
Excellent choices.
I always love to like what we should start doing, Jackie, is guessing when we post these on Instagram stories which one's gonna win.
Yeah.
For Andrew's, the Parent Trap is gonna win.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. I think My Date with the President's Daughter is gonna give it a good run, but it's gonna sweep. What do you think?
I think I don't know. No Hard Feelings was like it was really funny and just like a fun, like raunchy comedy. So if people haven't watched nostalgic movies, No Hard Feelings might be up there.
They're not following us if they don't watch nostalgic movies.
Mm.
All right, we'll see. I know you just don't want to pick the Parent Trap,
I
and
think
that's
Jackie has a
fine.
point. I
No,
think
no,
Jackie might
no.
have a point.
I think the Parent Trap is going to win, obviously.
Yeah.
I am the minority in that group. But that's my feelings for runners up. For Sam, I think A Knight's Tale is going to win, but I think Easy A is going to be up there too.
Yes. I know at least two votes for Lucky Number 11, though, because there's some diehard Josh Hartnett fans that follow us, though.
Out of those three, Lucky Number 7 was my favorite.
Well, Sam, why don't you tell everybody where they can find your podcast and follow you on social?
So you can follow me at 4 minutes 2, 4 minutes 2, on Twitter, because I'm not calling it X, Instagram, and TikTok. And you can find my podcast on all places you find podcasts in the podcast app on Apple, Spotify, Overcast, all that stuff. Under 4 minutes too.
And Andrew?
You can find probably anything I'm doing at rapturepress.com. You can find me on Blue Sky and Threads, probably under the name AG McDonald. I have left the hell site. I'm not going back there, so you cannot find me on Twitter. I burnt all bridges there.
And you guys can follow us at No More Late Fees on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Threads, and Blue Sky. And don't miss us next week as we cover the classic body swap movie, Wish Upon a Star. February really is a good month for me.
It really It was just Danielle's month of joy.
It is.
And as always, be kind and rewind.